So in order for us to be able to go on this school trip, we all have to do our bit to raise the rest of the money.
I know. Let's organize a flea market. Everyone goes home and tries to find any old rubbish that we can flog. Then we trick some old fogies into spending loads of money on it.
Wicked! We'll make loads of money. We'll be the class heroes.
Yeah.
The next day, the three friends set up their stand on the square. They had everything.
Hello, Homo sapiens. I've got something I'm sure we could get loads of money for.
Without asking, Jerry had taken a vase from the basement of his house.
Okay, you can be in on our flea market, but you have to do the selling.
Said Frank, and left Jerry with the stand while he, together with Thomas and Eric, went off to have some fun and play some baseball.
Do you actually think anyone would want to buy that old junk from some spotty little kid?
You won't sell anything.
Yes, but,
After a few hours as flea market manager, Jerry began to realize that there was no future in the business.
What do you want for that vase, young whippersnapper?
2 pounds. We're trying to get money together for a school trip and...
I'll give you 50p for it, you little Shylock, and not a penny more. Come on, give me the vase.
Of course I like my new baseball glove, but there was something special about my old one.
I'm sure there was, Jerry. By the way, Auntie Miriam is coming by for a visit.
That old battle axe! You'd better bring out that horrible old vase she gave us for Christmas. Otherwise I'll be held to pay.
Yes, I'll pop down to the basement later and bring it up.
Jerry's insides turned to ice. He realized at once which vase they were referring to, and what the consequences would be if they couldn't find it.
Jerry, have you seen Auntie Miriam's vase?
Oh, no!
Somehow Jerry had to get the vase back. But how? He decided that the next day he'd ask the three friends to help him.
Okay, we'll help you, but on one condition. The one who gets the vase back for you gets your new baseball glove.
Perhaps, but we don't know where she lives. I think I know where she lives. Follow me.
Once they had found the old woman's house, all they had to do was get the vase back. Jerry decided to have a go at it himself.
What do you want, you little tyke?
I'm sorry to bother you, but you bought a vase for me yesterday. I'd very much like to buy it back for...
You'll do nothing of the sort. Now get out of here, you uncouth little imp.
Frank hadn't liked Jerry taking things into his own hands.
Either you do as I say, or you can manage on your own, okay?
Okay.
After thinking about it for a bit, a plan began to take form in Frank's head.
What are you supposed to be?
I'm from pest control. There's a termite infestation in this area that needs dealing with.
The only pests around here that need dealing with are you. Now, get out of here.
Eric's plan was to appeal to the old lady's good side. Surely she couldn't turn away a poor victim of a traffic accident.
What a horrible sight! Don't come round here dirtying my doorstep, you dirty little rat!
Jerry, Thomas and Eric began to feel despondent, but Frank wasn't ready to throw in the towel just yet.
Okay, we've tried it the peaceful way. Now we're gonna talk to her in the only language she understands. This means war.
Just at that moment, the priest came up and rang the old lady's doorbell. He often looked in on the older parishioners.
I've had enough! Now get out of here!
haven't forgotten our deal. I get your baseball glove. Otherwise, I'll give you wedgies every day for a month.
Jerry remembered with horror how a couple of older boys had subjected a younger kid at school to that kind of torture.
Okay, I'll bring it with me to school tomorrow.
Jerry had already accepted the fact that he would have to give up his new glove. Now, all he had to do was put the vase back in the basement without his parents noticing.
What's that silly-looking thing?
No! Give it back!
Okay.
No!
Jerry finally made it home with the vase still in one piece.
Oh no! What have you done? You've broken the lovely vase your father brought me in Spain.
What?
If you have to go around smashing vases, couldn't you at least have chosen that horrible urn Aunt Miriam gave us? It took me ages to find it hidden in all that rubbish down in the basement.
No!
Jerry went up to his room to say a fond farewell to his baseball glove. But despite an intensive search, he couldn't find it.
Mom, have you seen my new baseball glove?
Yes. Some nice girls came by who were trying to collect some money together for a school trip, so I gave it to them.
What? Have you gone mad?
They said they were organising a flea market. It was Linda and her friends. Anyway, you said that you preferred your old one.
The next day it was time for the three friends and Jerry to take care of their unfinished business.
Ow, let me go! I'll give you money! I'll do anything!
How about Johnny in 5B?
No, not him. He should be further down.
What about Charles? He's really cute.
The girls were busy ranking all the boys in the school, but no one came near their idol, a football player from the Jamaican national team, with a particularly impressive head of hair.
We have to rank the boys in our class, too. But there aren't any good-looking boys in our class.
No, we'll just have to make it a least ugly list.
Okay. Actually, Eric has pretty nice hair.
Yes, he gets a 1, but only because of his hair.
Said Linda, who then placed Jerry blandly in the middle. But they all agreed that the last place belonged to
Frank.
Hey, Frank, we made a list of all the best-looking boys in the class. Want to know where you ended up?
Last.
Now, listen carefully, everyone, to what the school nurse has to say. I'm sorry to say that we have discovered cases of head lice in the school. All children will have to be examined so that we can quickly find out who needs to be treated.
Listen up, nerds. If you got head lice, you get to stay home for a few days until the treatment starts to work.
Yeah, right.
Anyone found to have head lice will unfortunately have to be sent home until all the lice have disappeared.
Hooray!
The entire class was examined carefully. A few of the children had to be sent home for treatment, but the girls, as well as the three friends and Jerry, were in the clear.
Typical. How come we don't have head lice? Bah, it can't be that hard to arrange.
Frank had heard that Doogie in 6A had had head lice once, so the three friends decided to hang around him during the break.
What's your problem? You trying to be funny?
But all they got from Doogie was a good beating.
Ow, ow.
Getting head lice wasn't so easy.
Hello, girls. How's it going?
Jerry soon understood the problem.
I know.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
No, but this is a really good idea.
Jerry assured them and started explaining enthusiastically.
See, at home, in my ant collection, I've got some teeny tiny little eensy-beensy tiny creatures.
Early the next morning, the three friends met up at Jerry's house.
The school nurse will never be able to tell the difference between real head lice and these midget ants.
Okay, let's do it. But you better hope this works, Jerry, or you'll be dead meat.
The three friends and Jerry went straight to the nurse's office.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Jerry, Eric, and Thomas were sent straight home, but Frank had to remain in school. When it was his turn to be examined, there wasn't a single ant to be found.
Strange you didn't get head lice, Frank.
Then again, he doesn't have much hair. Yeah, he's almost bald.
In the break, Frank discovered where the ants had got to. The next morning, Frank dropped by Jerry's house.
Hi, Frank. Yeah, this is the life, isn't it? Just lazing in front of the TV all day. Your mom bringing you sodas and ice cream because she feels sorry for you.
Jerry, you said it would work.
You'd best stay away, Frank. You don't want to get head lice too. Come on, Jerry.
All right, then.
It was okay for Jerry, but for Frank, life was miserable. He had to go to school, while Jerry and the others lived like kings. At least that was what Frank thought.
Now we'll get rid of those head lice.
No, Mom! Stop it! It stings!
Things didn't get any better when Frank got to school.
Look, here comes Baldy.
What use is a gang leader without a gang?
Said Frank, feeling more alone than ever. There was at least something good on TV. The World Cup match between Jamaica and Italy.
It's about to start. It's about to start.
Move over. I want to see too.
Here they come. The two teams are running out onto the pitch, and the Jamaican team is already creating a sensation before the game has even begun. Jamaica's center forward, so well known for his thick head of hair, has gone in for a drastic change of style. His renowned dreadlocks have been sheared. It looks like crew cuts are in.
I think it's...
Mimi and Tess tensely awaited Linda's judgment.
It's cool.
I think so too. Yeah, he's gorgeous.
He's still number one.
Yes!
Maybe we should reevaluate crew cuts.
It's underway. Jamaica passed the ball out to the left wing, takes off down the sideline.
Now we'll get rid of those head lice.
Similar scenes were taking place at the houses of other children found to have head lice. More and more parents had tired of the ineffective remedy.
But, Mom! Be quiet! This is the only way.
The next morning, Frank dragged himself off to school, ready for yet another miserable day. Frank took evasive action, trying to avoid being taunted before the first class had even started.
I can't believe we didn't realize how good-looking crew cuts are before.
Yeah, they're dreamy. We should change our list. We can't have Frank in last place. Exactly. He should be first.
The day had suddenly turned around for Frank.
Wowee! Yippee!
And proudly, he emerged from his hiding place.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Frank.
Oh, hi there. How's it going?
Hi.
I think you just slipped back to last place, Frank.
It's not fair! It's just not fair! It's not fair!
I hate going to the supermarket. Why doesn't it snow? It's the middle of winter, but there's still no snow.
It'll come. You'll see.
Said Frank's mum, slipping neatly into a parking space.
Yeah!
Frank quickly got hold of a shopping trolley and ran into the supermarket at full speed. As accident would have it, Eric and Thomas were also there shopping with their mums, and it didn't take long before Frank ran into them.
Look who's here. The girls! What are they doing in the sports department?
He's a real Superman. Did you know that Greg Swanson once broke his leg during a race, but still continued? and won.
Really? What a hero.
Yeah.
Go, Frank, go! Go, Frank, go! Mom, I want a new pair of skis. Can I have some, please?
No, Frank, not now.
But my old ones are too short. Please?
Frank whined, but his mum explained they would have to wait to see whether there would be a real winter first.
It would be a waste of money to buy a new pair of skis and not use them, wouldn't it?
You'll have to ski at home in the fridge, or perhaps in the freezer compartment.
The three friends stared at Jerry as if he'd lost his mind. It was the worst joke they'd heard, ever. Jerry looked at the pictures of Greg Swanson and saw an opportunity to impress the others.
I have Greg Swanson's autograph. Rubbish. I'm going to be a world champion skier when I grow up.
Ha! Don't make me laugh.
I was actually the fastest in my class at my last school.
When there's snow, I ski every day.
So what? When there's snow, I ski at least twice a day.
Frank was beginning to get very tired of Jerry's bragging when he caught sight of something very interesting over in the meat section.
Come on, then. Get some skis and show us how fast you are.
What? How?
Frank explained his plan to Jerry and the others.
We're gonna ski in there.
What a cool place.
And we're definitely joining in.
Do you want to come too? You can watch me win.
What makes you think that we would want to go with you into some disgusting freezer room full of slaughtered animals? And besides, it's forbidden to go in there.
Thicko.
So the girls went off to the book section to read horse magazines, which meant that the three friends and Jerry would be racing without their audience.
5 laps,
decided Frank. The floor was covered with a soft layer of frost, which provided a good surface for skiing.
Ready, steady, go!
And they took off. Despite Frank starting on steady, he discovered to his horror that Jerry quickly gained an advantage. Frank fought for all he was worth, but the gap between him and Jerry kept getting bigger.
Greg Swanson once broke his leg during a race, but still continued and won.
I can do it. I'm gonna beat Jerry. I'm gonna beat Jerry. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Frank gained on Jerry inch by inch. Hypnotized by his own words, Frank flew across the freezer room floor and past him.
I'm gonna win! Yay!
Frank had become so hypnotized with his chanting that he didn't look where he was going. His triumphal spurt was brutally ended only a few feet from the finishing line by a deep frozen side of pig.
Hey, I told you I was gonna win, didn't I?
This is the Supermarket's customer service. Frank, Jerry, Thomas, and Eric, all age 10. Your mums are waiting at the main entrance.
Oh, we better get out of here.
I won! I won!
This is the Supermarket's customer service. Frank, age 10. Your mom is still waiting at the main entrance.
But... Open the door! Hello! Come on! Open the door!
Frank was lucky. It didn't take long until someone had to go to the freezer room again. It was certainly no more than half an hour.
At last, look how it's snowing. Aren't you happy?
Frank, check out my new skis.
Look what I've bought for you. Here. What do you say now?
Frank was unable to express his gratitude as his face was frozen stiff. His lips were like two thin lines of ice, impossible to move.
Let's test them.
Frank's mum thought he was unusually stiff and reluctant when she helped him on with the skis, but she soon had other things on her mind.
Come and try the slope. Yes, you must try the slope, Frank. It's great fun, I promise.
Frank kept his balance really well, despite his stiff knees, and reached quite a remarkable speed.
Right, we're done here.
Yep. Let's go then.
No.